Hello, everybody. It is me here with you all again for some more content. I hope you all are having a very beautiful day, or beautiful afternoon, or beautiful night. And this video, I'm thinking of naming it "Your Your Wisdom is Worth Its Weight in Gold." You know, I want to. It's been my experience. Just a little bit of there's people out there that don't know what you probably know. And if you're having trouble making content, then a thing that you could do is that you can talk about things that you know about. You know what I mean? For example, some time ago, I was living up north, a little north from where I live now. And I started dating, well, not dating, but talking to females that were from other cultures. You know what I mean? And I learned that that's probably not the way to go. To each their own. I mean, if anybody out there wants to learn that lesson for themselves, they can go right ahead, right? But for me, I learned that it's probably best that if I want to date women, for me to do it, with people that are from my own race. That's kind of what I learned. And like I said, if anybody wants to try for themselves, go right ahead. But I'm giving you the wisdom that I learned. Yes, talking to these females from other cultures, it was a beautiful experience, but I probably, like I tell you, I tell people about this, that, when it comes to dating, it's probably best for me to date within my own, you know what I mean? But, to each their own, like I say. If there's any content creators, whether on Twitter X or Substack or YouTube or any other social media, something that I learned, right? That if you want to make it big on social media, the a golden nugget of wisdom that I can give you is that just keep posting. I mean, of course, your content has to be at least a little bit entertaining, right? But it's kind of like a numbers game. I think you have people that will post one video a month or a year, right? And it just seems to me that the person that posts 100 videos in a month, that person's probably going to get further with the viewers and with the subscribers and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah, your wisdom is worth its weight in gold to others. So, if there's anybody that has had, if there's anybody out there that wants to share some wise words with me or with anybody in the comments, just leave it in the comment section. And, you know, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about that. But, today's been a good day. I drank a little bit of coffee. You know, I help with some stuff around the house. And, and it's been a pretty decent day, you know. And another thing that I can talk about is that if if you're having problems creating content, meaning you don't know what content to make, you could always read a book or something. That's been my go-to. Whenever I feel that that I need help creating content and what to make content about, I kind of choose to look at a book You know what I mean? And get ideas from there, you know? So yeah, it's been a good day, you know. I drank some coffee and I was uploading some, some YouTube videos, and just I did a little bit of writing. I like poetry. I like writing poetry. I don't like it too much seeing others' poetry. I kind of like my own poetry more. I like creating it and posting it. If you look at my YouTube channel and you go to my YouTube shorts, you're probably going to see quite a bit of my poems, and I also like making art pieces. Again, if you go to some of my videos or my shorts, you're going to see some art pieces that I made. And if you have seen them, let me know in the comments section what you think about them. I got some items that I'm selling on eBay, and if anyone's interested, I could share the link with you all in the comments section. So yeah, your wisdom is worth its weight in gold. So you know you can make content about things that you've learned. You know what I mean? It could be with dating, it could be with business, it could be religious, it could be anything, it could be you know what restaurant to go to, what restaurant to stay away from. It could be book recommendations. Anything that you have wisdom about is worth its weight in gold to others. So share it on Twitter X, share it on YouTube, share it on Substack. And with that, thank you all for listening. I love you all. Have a very good day or very good night, wherever you all may be, and goodbye.